He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, then they have to give this guy a homestead exemption in the end zone. He spent so much time in there, and we're not even at halftime.
I've lost count. I don't know if that's probably on your stat sheet in front of you, but goodness gracious, that's at least 3 that I can remember, so he's having a heck of a day.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Harris. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Harris. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Harris. Got his man on the right. Plows through the defense. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
He lets one fly deep. And they can't connect a costly turnover on.
Because he passing a lot now.
Side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Easy. Dropping back, it's Beck. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent's territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo.
Shit, I threw the right pass. Shit.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snatches it on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd and hit.
I should say that for you. Find him.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary.
Intercepted, a first half can swing momentum.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. To the air, it's back. Time to take a shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
They shut down defense now. Shut down defense. I saw offense. Let's go. So much.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning, and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bowden. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up.
There he goes. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
Wide open spaces. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed in the middle. It's dribbling. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
He's got it in
I was in the wrong defense.
as they draw a little closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two.
I run
As
it.
it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
With the catch, it's Fletcher. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Got it in the middle. It's Bauman. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Beck. Oh, they're after him. On the move, he fires.
And hopefully,
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking,
Oh, what more?
A huge gain on that.
Hey, block the shit out of you, though.
This is running penalty.
man, we knew coming into this game just how exposed
Feel like that you just can't get out there. You don't know how to get on the block shit.
their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like
Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. They want to throw it. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Diggs. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now.
What were you trying to do?
9-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
well, you can see the frustration on this guy.
At the early, look
He's
over
one of
there.
the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending.
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something
Go ahead
out
and
of
do it, bro.
nothing, and still got stuck for the
Told you
two.
this the game. Make you go sleep.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have,
Business.
and they come away with the safety.
Yeah. So what?
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to pass, it's back. Looking deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense is already
Look, I
picked
shot
off
fast,
3
holding the
passes,
lobby,
almost
but I
had that
hit it too
It'll be
hard.
second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. He's got him. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires it incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit, man. They've won the day, especially against the
Pass
backs.
interference, bro.
They've gotten to the quarterback. They've hit him. They forced him to throw up his back foot on that one. They've had 3 interceptions in this game. What a day for this defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle, it's Fletcher. They've got it inside.